Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Coach Mo here, back with another video. Today we are going to be talking about the best positions to be playing here on Vertigo. Now this is going to wrap up all of the maps in the current map pool right now for the best positions. Let me know what video was your favorite. Today I'm going to give you some really cool places to play here on Vertigo and get you really thinking about some next level positions, because at the end of the day, if we're not playing in these spots, we are really limiting ourselves and making it a lot harder for ourselves to find success. So if you're having a bad game, play these spots. If you're having a good game, play these spots. These are stuff that is going to help you raise your floor and ceiling all around. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it and talk about the first position I want you to start playing. We are actually going to do a CT position. Now I like playing this with an AUG, but you can do this with an M4. Most players are going to play along this wall right here. Now, why is this so good? Because this is a huge off angle when it comes to coming up the ramp here and clearing all of these positions, right? By the time we get up here, we are not expecting a person to be shooting us from all the way back here like this, right? So boom, you can play anywhere along here, and it's such a good place to catch people off. Especially, guys, if they do throw like a lurk smoke or something too, it can allow you to really slide over and transition to hold side haul, even for these people that are going to be lurking up here and not really expecting people to be shooting them, right? Like, we're not genuinely most of the time hardcore clearing that. We're more concerned about side haul, and even if we are clearing more ramp, we're looking towards sandbags and we're looking on the ramp, right? So super strong off angle, a very good position. A lot of pros are playing that spot, and I want to see some of you guys whipping this out like once or twice a game, I'd say. So before we get into the rest of the spots, I have to give you a message about how to get the best Counter-Strike 2 skins out there.
Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code, KOJO. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description.
All right, guys, so speaking of ramp positions, I want you to start playing this position sometimes. Now, at low level lobbies, this is going to farm. It's going to destroy the play here. Crouch in this corner and wait for people to walk into side hole on you. The thing is, at a high level, this spot isn't as good, but you could still use it in certain situations, because good players, when ramp is smoked, right? And by the way, only get down here when ramp is smoked, right? Or you get a timing in the mid round, because good players might sit here and actually start trying to spam that position. I've gotten kills doing this by spamming with the op. I've frustrated a lot of players by doing that. I'd say this spot is really good in the mid round. If like ramp is quiet, you come here and clear it, you don't see anything, and you're like, okay guys, I'm just gonna get into a lurky spot, just leave me here. Just keep in mind that if you are here by yourself, they could just completely walk past you and you could end up losing the round like that. So play this spot with a grain of salt. It is super good. It's such a solid spot. When people come up here, you're gonna farm them as they're jumping. That's why I started, when I'm going up here to clear all this stuff, I've started clearing it like this, where I'm literally running all along this little opening. That way I'm not in the air at all. So stop jumping up there and instead start sliding up here like this and clearing out everything, right? The less we jump, the better. A little tip for you guys. Now, as far as the T side things go, get along this wall and line yourself up like this. This is your recipe to just frustrate the other team and get so many free frags. Once we've lined this up, they are not ready for this off angle. Level 10 players, 3000 elo players, bad players, nobody is ever ready for somebody to be playing on this off angle, right? They are ready if you're tucked here, right? A lot of people know this position and they'll nade it, they'll do all these things, but nobody is ready for you to be shooting them at this point. Especially if your team is working the other side of the map. It's a really strong lurk position to be in. You're kind of AFK a little bit, you're not doing too much, but man, the impact is absolutely insane. Now in this area, a really good save spot, so if you're a CT and you just want to save, is getting boosted up here and then holding like one of these sides, right? So you should hold maybe this side, and then your teammate that boosted you can, you know, play whatever position he wants. Maybe you get on the corner of this box and then he stands in front of you and kind of bodyguards a little bit, right? Or I guess you could even maybe play in the corner here. You guys can theory craft with that, but this position up here is super solid when it comes to saving. Just being up on this box, because you have that advantage and you see their legs before they can even see you. So really good positions, guys. Also on T side, if you want to be super annoying and just frustrate the other team, if you're holding flank, you're so useless in this spot, but nobody is ever clearing you when you're holding flank here. So that's a really good position, and you're gonna see their shadow. So you're gonna, even if they were to clear it, you're gonna know they're coming, because this shadow is gonna cast on the ground. But in general, everyone's looking this way anyways. They're never like, rarely do I see people clearing this spot because it's just like, it's so grimy, it's so disgusting to play there, so it's good. Another spot that you can play as a T. I played this a lot as a T when I'm on like a tech 9 or something and they're chasing me down, they're getting hungry for ecos. I make noise on the ladder, right? And then I shift back down and sit like this and play here. Because what are they doing? They're chasing after me. They hear me going up the ladder. They're coming through here and they're getting ready to jump up because they don't realize you can be sitting here with a pistol or a Mac 10 or something. So many free kills. The beautiful part about this position is once you get the kill too, you can press E on the ground, right? So say we kill like, okay, well, let's put an M4 down there, right? Say we killed the M4. We can sit here and grab the M4 and then use it against them, right? Now we can sit and kind of duel in this position. So people clear this angle, but they never seem to clear this like close angle, right? Outside a top elo player as well. But it's just a very, very strong position. Now, speaking of other strong positions that I want to see you playing, no matter what your elo is boosted up here. Playing on this boost, and it's a little better if you slide back past this wall because if you're out here, they might see your legs, right? We don't want them to see your legs. So I wouldn't recommend taking that fight necessarily unless you want to get an early advantage here, but I still think it's better just to let them out and sit here and just farm them. Now, players are kind of used to this boost, so they might clear it, right? But again, you can play this in multiple ways. You can play for the contact, or one of my favorite things to do is literally just sit here and wait, right? You can play it back on this box and just sit here and wait for someone to peek you deeper because they've already cleared boost. They're like, oh, okay, boost is clean. We're coming out here to clear all of these angles now. And boom, you're shooting them from whatever off angle you decide to play. Love it. That's like one of my favorite ways to play that boost spot. Now, another solid place to play, it's kind of a one and done, like you better get your frags, is playing on this little crack angle and sandbags. It's so effective because when they go to peek you, I don't have a bot to show you, but you are covered like 90%, like 90% of you is covered, and they have to hit a crazy shot to get you. Now, of course, if they know you're there, a good player is just going to nade you or, you know, throw an incendiary literally on top of you. So it can be pretty risky. But continuing risky positions, playing up here, it's so cringe, but it's actually so good, right? Playing on this position has gotten me so many kills, especially if you're kind of wanting some gimmicks in matchmaking or something. Like, dude, playing up here on these spots, unbelievably good, unbelievably effective, so good. And you're gonna absolutely farm by doing that. Now, guys, if you want to help me out, hit that subscribe button and go ahead and check out my second channel where I offer live coaching reviews. And if you want to work with me on the second channel or just in general, I do offer paid coaching services in the description of this video. I'd love to help you take your game to the next level with little gimmicks and tricks like this next spot that we have here. I've been using this spot forever. Finding impact against the best teams in the region is getting yourself up here and holding mid like this with an op, right? An op or an AUG. It's so good because you are in an off angle. If they go to clear mid, right? If they're coming through here to clear, they are putting their crosshair here. They're not putting their crosshair up there, and it's such a difficult reaction for them to hit that. You might die, you might, but like even when I whiff a shot, even when things go bad, I always survive, right? Like at worst, I'm down to like 20 health or something. Because it's a really hard shot for them to hit. Now, one thing you gotta be aware of is the boost, because you could get caught out from that. So what I do every once in a while is I'll just adjust my crosshair. Just, okay, visualize the shot. Visualize someone peeking me, right? So it's super effective to just sit there sometimes and do that. And then when they do boost, you've already practiced the shot so many times and it looks like the craziest flick of your life. So again, if they are boosted though, it's pretty hard for them to actually like headshot you. They're not going to headshot you, but they will spray you down in this spot. So you got to hit that shot and you got to be ready to get out of there. So another really, really cool place to play. It's not very like it's not very effective, I guess. But if you just want another cool gimmick spot to play, it can be really effective to play up here. And obviously we want a rifle while we're up here, but it can be good to catch some players off up on top of here. And actually, okay, I actually just found this out. You guys are learning with me here. It's so cringe, but like you technically could post on site from all the way back here. You're not dying, right? Like if you post on this, you are literally not dying. So I guess like, dude, if you want to anger some people and like play back there a late round or something, like you're not going for it, but you're kind of just chilling. That's actually like a wild position. That's actually wild. So it's pretty cool, right? A more practical spot that you can play, a much more practical spot you can play is actually right here. I get so much impact in pugs, league matches, doesn't matter what it is. But if I'm rotating in B and I like they're already crossing and I can't really peek, or these are smoked off, right? A lot of times like left side will be smoked off. They're throwing flashes everywhere. Dude, posting on this has gotten me free kill after free kill after free kill. Also, in mid-level, like level 10, 2700 elo, 2900 elo, 2800 elo, and there and below, you can come through here on retakes and they'll never be expecting you. someone might be playing quad and you get to kill them by hitting their elbow or something, right? Or shooting their side of them. Now, when I'm playing high tier teams like NRG, M80, like any of the high level teams, it's just they're ready for that. So they're holding for this, right? They'll be in this position and maybe even holding, right? With our AK or op. So it's a little harder, but high level or mid level and low level, dude, best way to get a pick right here. Literally opening back into the round, catching people crossing from here to here. It's so good, so effective. Very nice. But another CT position that is super underrated, that B players are pretty good at, but maybe some of you don't know, is like sitting here on this angle. So it's such a good way to catch people off. They might clear you, right? Like they might clear you, but you really do have just a really good gap to get info and play pretty safe. If they get past you and like, you know, overwhelm you, you can drop a smoke down and hide behind this pillar and then bounce around and do stuff. I'm not going to teach you how to play in this video, but it's super effective. Another really good thing to do as a CT is if you can get yourself into this position early, you're gonna farm, right? So I'm crouching right here. Or actually, you don't even need to crouch. That's good to know. You can literally just fall off here. You don't have to crouch. And then you crouch when you're in this position. Now, if you're not afraid of making noise, yeah, because you're going to have to make noise regardless. If you're not afraid of making noise, get yourself into this spot. It's so good. It's like literally unclearable pretty much. And if they walk above you, you can literally see them there. So like if they do go to clear this, they're going to see you. But dude, I've never been killed by somebody on this side. The only time I've ever been killed in this position is when I was too loud. They heard that and they're coming through here and pre-firing me on this side. But even then, like, look how good of a fight this is for you. And I would be pre-aiming this side, right? I wouldn't be tucking all the way in unless you're saving. If you're saving, maybe it's good. But I'd be holding this side. And if they walk on the stairs, you can flick and like, you know, shoot their body or their legs. It's so good. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed some of these spots. I love playing these positions, catching players off with them. It's so effective. You've got to learn these gimmicks. And like I said, check out all of the other maps that I've covered so far on the channel. Lots of good information, lots of good stuff. I want to teach you how to play high level, and playing these positions is your first step to doing that, your easiest step, honestly, to doing that. So appreciate every single one of you guys. Go ahead and share this video with your teammates. You guys can start playing these spots together and becoming the best players possible. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you all later. Peace out. Peace out.